What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. Shout out to everyone that's been liking, subscribing, and commenting. It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. So I hope everyone is excited for the weekend. If we have a look at what's going on today, we're seeing mild green, not too bad. Beginning of the weekend, could it be the weekend dip? I'm not going to make those predictions just yet, but we're seeing a 53.3% Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin sitting around $6,500. Yeah. A lot of green today, guys. Biggest gainers of the day, we have Theta up 26%, Gas up 26%, Nano 24%, Lisk, Cybermiles, Pivx, Emercoin, Aeon Cash, and Kyber Network. So, more Bitcoin ETF drama. Not so much drama, but basically in a nutshell, it says that they disapproved the 9 inquiries from 3 companies to bring BTC-based ETFs to the market. Shortly after, the SEC released letters stating that their intention to review the decision, having delegated authority to take action on the applications, is a possibility. However, the letters do not specify a deadline for the decision, nor what the review will entail. And then you have crypto mom Hester Pierce coming out saying yesterday's staff orders disapproving SRO rules related to a number of Bitcoin ETFs are stayed pending commission review. And then she says, in basically plain English, the commission delegates some tasks to its staff. When the staff acts in such cases, it acts on behalf of the commission. The commission may review the staff's action, as will now happen here. So, okay, they might be able to re-review it, great, but I think as far as the ETF, guys, we have to move on to other things. You know, there's more to crypto than just the ETFs, all right? So let's talk about what's really happening. So check this out. So Germany is considering a possibility to launch an independent payment system free of US influence, which may become a very positive move for Bitcoin. So given the aggressive sanctions policy led by the US, Germany, Europe's biggest economy, is planning to introduce its independent payment system, which won't depend on the United States anymore. Experts believe that such an initiative may significantly strengthen the positions of Bitcoin. This is interesting. Everything that we see out there is basically somehow intertwined with the US dollar. So they're saying we may be able to just basically move around it, right? So the sanctions recently imposed against Iran and Turkey have excluded these 2 countries from the financial global system and made them unstable to carry out transactions with other countries. Such a situation has had a serious impact on the attitude of Germany towards the US. Finally, European autonomy may fully reshape the world's economic landscape, given green light to Bitcoin and crypto. So a German-Finnish entrepreneur known for development of Mega... Oh, this is actually Kim.com, yeah. He believes that the withdrawal of European economies from the global banking system can result in the devaluation of the US dollar, which in its turn will give cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum a role of robust store of value and medium of exchange. So what do you guys think? If we see these other countries kind of pulling away from the US dollar, starting their own things, you know, I mean, we have the SWIFT system, but what if they start implementing their own stuff, they get on board with crypto? I mean, crypto is borderless, right? You don't really need the permission from the SEC. Granted, we put a lot of stress on that, you know, the ETFs and what the US regulators are going to do, but in reality, if these guys want to do their own thing, you know? So moving on. Actually, guys, before we get started, I just wanted to say, so I noticed that yesterday everybody seemed to make a comment about my haircut. So number one, thank you for taking notice. Yeah, it happens, guys. Sometimes I get haircuts. That's the thing, like when you're on YouTube and you make videos every day, people notice like if you're tan or something like that. I remember one time I got sunburned. So yeah, so thanks to everybody that noticed my new haircut.
You know what this is? This is my new haircut. You know what that means? I'm getting some pussy tonight. My boys, they're coming out. They all got the same haircut. They're getting some pussy tonight.
I'm happy to say that today it's actually looking a little bit better. The only thing when I first get my cuts, I tend to look like a Neapolitan ice cream, but that's for another day. Anyway, that's just totally random. Who cares about my hair? Anyway, a fight is breaking out over Bitcoin Cash. A new software released by leading Bitcoin Cash implementation, Bitcoin ABC, has been perceived by some as a subtle declaration of war within the developer community. The software includes a suite of upgrades, including a smart contract feature that would support atomic swaps, a way of trading one cryptocurrency for another without traditional exchanges. And while many cryptocurrency projects are excited about the idea of interoperable coins, some big names in the Bitcoin Cash community don't agree with the changes and have no surprise, been very vocal about it. So first Bitcoin Cash can't agree with Bitcoin, and now Bitcoin Cash can't agree with Bitcoin Cash. So Craig Wright has teamed up with Calvin Ayre to lead the resistance with a new Bitcoin Cash implementation called Bitcoin SV. So this scraps Bitcoin's ABC script for its own, as well as pushes the block size parameter to 128 megabytes. So their current block size is 32 megabytes, which has already been an upgrade from a previous amount. So crazy. I don't know. I mean, are they even filling the blocks? Are the blocks even being used? I don't know. The Bitcoin debacle continues. And actually, somebody said they should make a compilation of every time that I say I don't know yesterday in the comments. I do say that a lot. I need to work on that. Anyway, moving on. Binance is marching beyond a gargantuan $1 billion fund it unveiled earlier this year after it announced an incubator program that's focused on nurturing early-stage blockchain startups. Oh no, VCs, what's going on? Could Binance be pushing you guys out of the space? I don't know. The Binance Lab incubating program will take around 8 to 10 companies per batch for a 10-week period. That frequency is unheard of, even by those who do incubators full-time. But there's more. Binance Labs will hand out $500,000 to each program participant in exchange for a 10% stake in the business. Beyond money, the company wants to open itself up and allow participants to access the benefits of being the world's top crypto exchange. That'll include mentoring, technical advice, access to the Binance network, and also support of non-technical organization building activities like HR, admin, and more. Moving on to some Bitcoin news, we finally have a working and tamper-proof Vechain NFC chip. So this is it right here. So this chip, it's a working product, although they don't know that necessarily this is going to be the final design, but it does work. So they say right here they've used it, and what the product is about from production stage all the way down to the end user. You will be able to figure this out by simply scanning it with your phone, and it'll give you all the information about your product all the way from the assembly line, wherever it came from. You can validate it all the way to the end store, and you can essentially look at the entire journey of whatever project that you're using. It looks like they have two kind of chips. So they have the large variant, and there's also a smaller variant about 1 to 1.5 inches wide in circular form that looks something like this logo, but they didn't have a picture to actually provide right now. You can kind of see the size of it in comparison. And if we scroll down here, you can actually see that's the back of the chip. So essentially it creates a tamper-proof label. You would adhere this to something, you would stick it onto it, and basically if you try to peel it off, it'll break all these little connections and it'll invalidate it. So that's pretty much how they're working with that. Also, Eric Voorheen, just real quick, he was saying calling this one now, the crypto craze of 2019, will be game assets and collectibles. Check this out. I don't doubt it. I mean, I think worst case scenario, if Ethereum steps down as the king of ICO smart contract platforms, it'll at least be great for collecting crypto kitties, you know? Then you also have OmiseGO. Network repo is now open. So as of posting this, the GitHub repository for an early alpha release of, I believe it's Tsuji, I might be saying that wrong. Milestone is now public. So Tsuji Plasma is the basis of the first release of the OMG network. Although we are still testing internally at this point and are not ready to release on public testnet, the repo contains instructions for anyone who would like to download the child chain server and watcher and play with it. So initial integration of the e-wallet with Tsuji OMG network will support creation, management, and transfer of Ethereum and ERC20 tokens between e-wallets and users, deposits and transfer to the OMG network. Tsuji Plasma is built for cheaper, faster transactions without sacrificing safety, with native support for ETH as opposed to wrapped Ether and ERC20 tokens. So this initial iteration will be proof of authority, with OmiseGO acting as the validator. So it says, while we prove out our Plasma implementation and continue working towards proof of stake during the POA phase, all fees collected will be used to buy OMG tokens, which will then be burned. So that's some news coming out of OmiseGO. Really haven't heard too much from them in a while, so it's nice to see that things are still progressing. We also have Lisk project is set to launch its platform on the mainnet. I made a video about this a couple weeks ago. So it says, August 29th, the team is expecting to release Lisk Core 1.0 at block height 6901027. This comes after months of effort that include the milestone of its first sidechain ICO Madonna and the development of products and features like Lisk Hub, Lisk Elements, and Lisk Extend. Lisk Core 1.0 will see improvements from its beta testing version, including a new API design, P2P communication layer, and the option of including custom messages in their transaction transactions. So that's a lot like what we've seen with well, actually it's not Zencash anymore, it's Horizon. They do the thing with the messages as well. So Arc, wow, Arc. The Arc is another one of those projects. They're just one of those like real tech-focused kind of projects. They don't really do a lot of promotion. So it says they've partnered with, I don't know how to say that. Is that Zero Crypto? How do you say zero with an O with a dash through it? Does that have a name? I don't know. I'm not sure how to say that, but O Union or whatever. So essentially, what is OPay? Well, it says OPay allows you to leverage your investments using crypto-backed credit from a fully licensed financial institution with accreditations pending in Malta. Pay for anything anywhere via a custom credit card and maximize the utility of your cryptocurrencies by depositing your ARC coins as collateral into the secure vault. You can now instantly use your new line of credit while keeping the benefits of staking your own coins. Interesting. So Zero Crypto Union is currently in the process of obtaining the EMI electronic money institution and multilateral trading facility licenses from Malta government. So you know what I'm starting to think at this point? People are like, oh, is the space becoming overrun? All these different, there's so many different wallets. There's so many different ways to do this. But honestly, what's bad about options? You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that it's not just Coinbase or it's not just Ethos or it's not just Arcana. You know what I'm saying? So those are really interesting. And, you know, I am interested in wallets and adoption of that nature. I feel like I don't talk about wallets and things like that enough. I know Crypto Candor, she's always talking about wallets. I mean, I talk about my ledger. That's all I ever talk about. But I should definitely do some like wallet reviews, some exchange reviews. I haven't done reviews in a while. I need to get back in the swing of things, guys. But next week I'm going on vacation, so I won't be around. Maybe when I come back, we'll sit down, we'll have a group chat, we'll have a live stream. So also, it says Bitrrex, they say, want to participate in USD trading on Bitrrex? Bitrrex customers can find out how to apply here. This actually came out a week ago, but this is from a Reddit post that says US dollar trading added to your Bitrrex account. Congratulations, Bitrrex has added USD trading to your account. You can now trade Bitrrex dollars. So somebody received this, so essentially they are opening up and they are getting ready to go. I also wanted to give a major shout out to Blockchain Brad for addressing the Neo community and Neo straight on. This is a hour and 40 minutes long with Malcolm LaReader from Neo. So, I mean, okay, you know, it's not Dahong Fei, but Malcolm is pretty much the head of, you know, PR community and all that. So kudos to you, Brad. Congratulations for really reaching out there and answering those community questions. It's really important, and thanks for what you do, bro. I really appreciate it. So moving on, how blockchain helps global agencies to tackle fraud. Now, this is a problem that I've had personally. So we have a lot of things in our area. You know, the town that I'm from, there's certain, you know, fundraisers locally that happen, certain things like that. And I've always wondered to myself, where does this money go, right? So you donate to these, you know, things for raising awareness of this or battling cancer or the Red Cross or something like that, right? But the question is where does the money go? Once you give the money to them, do you have any proof of the funds? I can't see where it goes, right? Well, this is something that blockchain can actually help solve. So large nonprofits can amass millions in donations, but with such enormous sums, tracking money can be a problem. Red Cross Australia is experimenting with crypto donation technology to become more accountable to their donations. This allows people to donate with cryptocurrencies and then track how their money is being used by the nonprofits and for what causes. We're looking at crypto donations to better understand new supporter segments, says Caroline Sheehan, head of strategy at Australian Red Cross. Currently, the project is purely experimental and will be launched on a larger scale if it succeeds. The Red Cross is also looking for ways to harness blockchain to develop a humanitarian passport for volunteers to use across nonprofits, according to Sheehan. Humanitarian workers often face reams of red tape to be certified as a volunteer. A blockchain-based passport, which records a person's full history of their humanitarian work, could cut through this red tape by serving as a one-stop verification tool. So there you go. And finally, you have the international crowdfunding firm Indiegogo will promote a new real estate-backed token according to a post on the company's website. The asset-backed cryptocurrency will enable accredited investors to buy shares of the St. Regis Aspen Hotel in the form of digital tokens. According to a report from The Verge, the upcoming digital token Aspen Coin is registered with the US SEC and will be available for purchase with US dollars as well as major cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. So these are things that cryptocurrencies are unlocking that we've never had in the past. Owning little tiny pieces of land, or you could own an entire hotel chain and share it with different people and receive income and benefits, right? From your tiny little percentage of stake holding, right? So there's so many different opportunities with crypto moving forward. And before we go, obviously I have to mention PornHub has partnered with PumaPay to enable reoccurring cryptocurrency payments. PornHub, the world's largest porn site. You guys know what PornHub is. I don't need to read this. Anyway, so the partnership will also see PumaPay's PMA token added. The funny thing is they actually have like a video down here. It's like an ad. I'll play like...
How are we gonna send the money? They're light years away.
Well, we can send PumaPay.
He's right. With that cryptocurrency, the transfer would be immediate. And with their pull payment protocol, they'll be able to automatically pay for their subscriptions every month. And they would leave us in peace.
Yeah, so they have like a little joke thing. So that's basically what's going on with that. So, sorry, Verge? I don't know. I said it again! That being said, okay, we should do a drinking game. Every time I say, I don't know, take a shot. You want to? No, okay. Anyway, that being said, guys, you guys are awesome. Thanks for coming back to the channel. Thanks for making me very self-conscious about the things that I say in my haircut. You guys are the best. What would I do without you? And enjoy the weekend. It's Friday, guys. Go out, have fun, frolic in a field. I don't know, whatever people do. Whatever people do, go do. Have fun, call up a family member, go shoot some hoops. Go to the mall, have a good time. I love you. Thank you for coming back to the channel. You guys are awesome. That being said, my name's K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto and peace out.